How we doing, guys? It's Tap Out here again, aka Bucket for those who are in the same clan as me. Um, Today's video is a bit of an experiment. What I'm going to be doing is I've got 5 fleets built and set up, ready to test on the Hobbyless 70 fleets that give you the Bastion or the battleship fragments so you can build the Altarian ships instantly. Experiment because I don't know how some of these ships are gonna fare against them. I've got 4 of the fleets set out already, and one of them unfortunately got into a bit of an accident on the way there, so he's repairing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you these 4 fleets first, and then try this one at the end and see how they get on. I haven't tried these yet. There's only one that I'm pretty sure is going to get through these fleets no problem, and that's going to be the free Trojans that you got. They're probably going to be able to do these fleets easy enough and get through the fleet and get the fragments that we need. As it happens, we've got one of the clan members currently attacking one of these fleets. What we're going to do is, without him knowing, I'm going to sneakily jump in and watch, see what he's attacking with. Brilliant. See, here's in a fleet that he's using that I can't at the moment because mine are damaged. So this is perfect because this is the 6th fleet that I wanted to show you. These are the 3 Manticores. If you got these, you want to make sure you use these as well. I would have shown you that if they would have been repaired, but I didn't have the time to repair them. We're trying to get other stuff during this event as well. So as you can see, they're making pretty light work of these Altarian ships, especially with the ablative regeneration on their armour. As you can see, the shield goes down and destroys ship, and you can even see the parts just go into the ship, repairing it. Nice and easy. Fleet's done. If you've got them, that's probably the best fleet you can use while you're trying to get up to tier 7. As you can see, he's gone straight from a 70 to an 81. So not only has he got the fragments for the ship itself, the battleship itself, he's also going to be able to get a Mark 3, I think. It's a Mark 3 or a Mark 4 even, here with this fleet that he's attacking now. Yeah, Mark 4. So he's getting these Mark 4 fragments as well. These, you only need 60 of these, so you're going to need to do about 12 of them, maybe 14 of these attacks, because you get 5 per box. And you're going to get enough to get that Mark 4 box. Buy the Mark 2 box from the shop, and then Mark 3 would be a little bit less of fleet than 81. I think it's 75. But as you can see here again, despite the going up 2 levels in fleet, he's absolutely wiping these ships out. Not taking any damage, just farming away, farming away. The only one you're going to struggle with is the Bastion Cruiser because it does have the regen shields on it, but as you saw there, he managed to get through there and his ships are still at a high percentage. As I've taught him, he's collecting the resources, taking it back so he can upgrade his base, as I've pointed out to you guys, and get it up to the levels that you require to build these tier 7 and then on to tier 8 ships. This advice I'm giving you now, I have given to Baz, and he's taken it into the battle. He didn't start off with them Manticores or these Trojans. He started off with fleets like these that I'm going to show you now. Obviously, you're going to struggle a lot more than you would with them 2 that I've given you a heads up about there. But this video is for those people that maybe have just joined and missed them fleets that were free, or just didn't manage to log in and get them. So what we're going to do is I'm going to jump in with the Trojans first, because they're going to be the easiest one to do the damage. As you can see, I've not got excuse me, I've not got a commander on this one because I'd rather see what he does in one of the sheets, one of the other fleets, and to be honest, I just really cannot be bothered going back and swapping him over. Didn't really mess around with the formation before I came out, so all we're going to do is we're going to wait for him to come into range, and then we'll send all 5 of them at them. These guys have got the glance cannons on them. It's a pretty basic fleet build. It's just energy glance cannons, which does damage against obviously the Altarians, as they only have resistance against plasma and alien. Just let them do their own thing, basically. You could auto it if you really want. I find it better to just focus all your fire on one ship and then leave this Bastion to the end if you can. He's going to do the most damage, so you want to be sending all your fleet towards him. Make sure you do all that possible damage that is available to you I want to get him killed as quick as possible. As you can see, the tiny bit off, tiny bit of damage on maybe this middle one. The rest of them are pretty solid still. You're going to get 20 to 25 fragments for this Paragon battleship. You need 900 in total. So, like I say, between 20 and 25. So you're gonna have to do, I'd say, a minimum of 45. I mean, 45 at 20 would give you the 900 that you need. Sometimes you're gonna get more. Sometimes you're gonna get the 20. It's all RNG. See how you get on. So you're going to look at between 40 and 45 attacks on this fleet before you get one of these free ships. But as I've mentioned to you earlier on in one of the other videos, if you've seen that, I'll go over it again if you haven't. If you look at your mobilisation, all them ships, them fleets that you hit in there, the 70s, are to get the fragments for a level 1. Now, to get the level 2 mark, you're only going to need 20 fragments. So you're going to need maybe 4 or 5 of these boxes. More often than not, you're going to need 5, but if you get lucky, you'll need 4. Get the Mark II. You've instantly got yourself up to Mark II. I do have another fleet to show you after I've done these, which is a couple of Mark IIIs of them Paragons with the drivers that you get from the silver and gold boxes. That's why I'm showing you this method, because the easiest way for you to get ships that are able to continue on that path towards tier 7 is to just get them fragments and get them fitted out with the free kit that you get. All you need to do then is research farm the blueprints for the shells and the heart armor, and then stick them on your ships. As soon as you've stuck them on your ships, you're going to be good to go. Get more of these battles done. Whilst you're doing all this battling, you're getting all this resource that's being left behind. Take it home, get your base leveled up, and like I've said as well before, all them points that you're getting are going to build up, and then it's going to allow you to start increasing what you can buy from this marketplace, this reward shop, whatever you want to call it. And as I've said to you before, you want to start getting these drivers and these thrusters are what you're going to want to kit out your Terran fleets with to start with, just to get them out there in the battle. 3,000 is not. It's not very expensive. I mean, I've got 118. I could probably get all of them now. But what I'm going to do first, I'm going to show you this next fleet. This fleet here, it's the 6 Punisher cruisers that you get from the campaign. As you can see, I've marked them up to elite. I realise that I haven't shown you how to get the elite marks on them yet. I will do that on Monday, Monday I believe it is, when the alien event comes out. There's an easy way of doing it, and I'll show you that. Then it's same again, you use the same fleets to do exactly the same. It's just a bit of a backwards process because obviously this event has come first, and obviously the alien event will be on Monday. So whilst we wait for another 70 fleet, because everyone's farming them, as you can see, this is why I'm showing you the method. Everyone is doing it. Everyone wants these ships. It makes sense to get these ships because it just means you've got fleet after fleet after fleet that you can send in against these new malware fleets or the Onyx fleets that are quite tough. Like myself, I haven't done the Onyx 98s yet. I'm still waiting on them because they are pretty tough. Right, so we're going to go in against this 70 fleet here. Beat that guy to it. Sucks to be you. Again, just take a moment to try and bulk them up a little bit. Quicker ones we bring outsides to the inside ones, but it doesn't really matter. We're all going to go and get in a scrap anyway. Hopefully this works. I've not tried this yet, but they should do a decent amount of damage. Yeah, there you go. They're firing through that. Focus on the next one. Keep them moving. Focus on the next one. Keep them moving. Like I said, you want to sort of come south a little bit because you want to stay away from that Bastion as much as you possibly can because he's going to be the one that does most of the damage to you. When he does come into range, focus on him because you want to finish him off. As you'll start seeing in a minute, the damage is going to start going through. bleeding through. It's doing a lot more damage to these shields, so we want to finish him off first. If we can sort him out before we lose our shields, we should be sorted, and we can carry on with this lot. There we go, he's done. We're fine. Pretty much untouched. We've lost 1%. For those of you out there that can do quick maths, that's 100 fleets before you need to get these guys repaired. Realistic, you're probably not going to get 100 fleets because you'll probably lose one before you lose the other 5. So realistic, you'll probably maybe get 80 if you can do it like that. Again, see 22. So now I've got 47 of these fragments already. So I'm almost there, pretty much. I'm 1/18th of it done. Just need to keep going, farm these more of these 70s. I'll send that one home. Whilst there's one here, I'll quickly run into this one without talking about it too much. This here is exactly the same again, the same ships, but what I've done here is, this is a fleet of ships that are purely received from the boxes and fitted from the boxes. This fleet is not going to survive. It's not going to come out with just 1% like that other fleet did. Obviously, I've upgraded them and all the weapons on there are a lot better. This is just what I have available from the boxes, with the difference of this battleship that I'm going to send away. I should have done this at the start. As you see, they're still doing decent work. So these are fleets you can build very quickly with them box rewards, with the instant application items that you get from there. I'm going to sneak this guy up, I think, and get him to attack him while they're busy. There we go. Get them to focus on him again. See, this fleet, even though it's weaker, it still manages to take this guy out. So if you wanted, you could even try and maybe do some auto fleeting with them. My point is, if you can get a couple of these fleets together, you're going to get a lot of these fragments in a short space of time. Just to show you, since we've got the points available, the rewards you get from that gold box and how often you're going to get these ship drops. So here we have the one that's going to give you the Enforcer battleship that you just saw there, the drivers you want, and the thrusters you want. I've got 24 that I can gain here, so I'm going to collect them all. I'll go to my inventory and I'll show you exactly what we get from them and why. So here I've got pretty lucky here. So Guardian cruisers, I've got 3 of them. If you can get these fitted up as well, get them fitted. These guys have harmonic bonuses, which basically just multiplies your damage, your speed, and shields. I think maybe you have to look into the actual information around them, but if you can get 6 of them together with these on, you're laughing. So these Xeno drivers are obviously they're going to be rarer because they're the better ones. I've got 2 of them here. Realistically, that's good, because you're probably only going to be able to fit 1 of them on one of these, 2 of them, and maybe 3 or 4 of these on, because of the weight restrictions and the weight restrictions you'll have without having your top leveled fleet, your fleet bay. But as I've said, this fleet here is a quickly thrown together fleet. A couple of them are mark upgraded because I had them left over when I was farming these ones. Again, I will make a video for you on that. And the last fleet I have is even less kitted out, and it's just the battleships and 1 destroyer. But because we have them there, we'll show you them as soon as we get a level 70 fleet again. I did bring this to start collecting, but completely forgot about it. Not taking my own advice when I get distracted talking to you guys. Whilst we're waiting on these fleets to arrive, I'll just quickly jump to base and show you the fittings that we've got. No, we don't want to buy a carrier. Sovereign, sorry. So there we go. So these, if you've got these, you've seen these obviously. Simple build. basic shields, all the same, except from that one that I've done a Mark 2 upgrade for. These guys I want to show you in a minute as well, but to be honest I don't think I'm going to even bother because these do a lot less damage and these guys are just beasting through them anyway, so you're going to want to stick to these guys. So yeah, they've got the basic cannons they came with, not tweak them in any way. All got matching shields, matching armor, matching weapons. They've got the boost of him. He does a lot of extra damage. If you can get these commanders, I'd say they're the only things you want to focus on in events if you can afford them before your blueprints, because they do help out a lot. As you can see, I've not max leveled him yet, but he's still giving me 5% bonus damage and 6% resist. Shield damage plus 20%. Just helps you get through them shields quicker, get them a little bit more squishy. The mismatch fleet that I was talking to you about, again, same weapons and specifically energy shields, because obviously that's what we're going up against and get the resistance against most often than not. You'll usually find each fleet has a two different types of damage, and it's gonna hurt you on one side or the other. I prefer to just go with these because most often than not, Altarian fleets usually give this energy damage off. As you can see, the armors are all different. This is just some stuff that I had left lying around, so I threw it on there because I was testing them individually, see if they fared any better. But as you can see, yeah, it has fared a little bit better. It does take less damage and it does do more damage with its upgrade stats. Armor mass is lighter, weapon speed is quicker, resist is a bit more alien. That'll be more apparent when we do the alien event. But again, they're just mixed and matched as best they can. These here, you'll recognise them from the event boxes. They're on there. These haven't got any thrusters on at the moment. Doing extra damage, like I say, all stuff that I just had lying around that I just threw on there. Here we go, another thruster that I got from one of the previous boxes. And like I said to you before, it's only Mark 3. You can get these blueprints, these markups pretty easy in the alien events. I'll show you that on Monday and Wednesday. Like I said to you, one number 4, a couple of 2s and a couple of 3s. On the other side, nothing. Same with these. If you've got the time, stick the resistors on like I've done here. Helps out a little bit, but like I've said, not necessary. I mean, look at the damage on that one compared to that one. It's a very minimal difference. And that's the one with the resistors on. If you're going to come up against a bigger fleet, then yeah, stick some resistors on. What I'm going to do for you guys, because obviously I've shown you these attacks here, I might just sack this one off because they're not really well fitted, to be fair. So what I'll do instead is I'll take this fleet back out and I'll show you how far we can get through all these ranks that you want to be getting. See how well we do and see how high we can go before we start taking some serious damage. What that'll do is that'll show you all the different types of damage amounts you're going to get from each layer of this marking up system. I've already got a couple of level 3s, so I've gone straight in for the level 4s. I'll tell you what I'll do. Quickly call that one back, because we don't want to tell. That's the one I wanted to tell out anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these out, these bottom 3, and I'm going to throw in the Altarian battleships that we're actually fighting for, just to show you a little bit of a difference the fleet will have when you've got these guys together. I might just actually leave 4 cruisers in just for his extra damage. Bear with me, guys. Just trying to build it the best way that I can see possible. So as you can see, I've put them like that, so that what I'm going to do is I'm going to send these 2 off to the side so they're damaging straight away whilst these 4 go up and start focusing on them cutters that come towards you. I've left the 4 in so you still get the bonus from Corvus, sorry. And now we'll go out and we'll pick a fight with some of the higher fleets. I'll start with the 75, work up to the 81, 85, and if possible, we'll even go for the 90s, 91s. I'll go over it again. Make sure you tag all these fleets that you're wanting to hit. It's hard to remember what you were focusing on last time. Unfortunately, I don't think these are around anymore. That was a great form for getting points for this event. You just need 1 sovereign and 1 cruiser, and you could absolutely dominate them. But apparently they're not around anymore, so I might have to get rid of that. But as you can see, I've got Mark 1, Mark 3, Mark 4, Mark 5, and Mark Elite, or 6, or some people refer to it as. All there because these are the important ones that you're going to need to get on there. Even now, I still need these. I've got some Mark 5 bastions that I need to get, some Mark Elite bastions I need to get. And it's one of them things that will happen over time. As I've said to you, you'll start focusing on your different fleets, like, for example, these new ships that have come out in the Onyx fleets, these here. You want to try and get these bad boys. And to get these, unfortunately, from starting from the bottom, you're going to have to work your way through the rock, paper, scissors system. And the only way you can get onto that ladder is by getting these Altarian ships. As soon as you get these Altarian ships, you can kick crap out of the Pharmacon fleets. By killing the Pharmacon fleets, you'll start getting enough points to buy some of the ships that are available, like this here. So you can buy this ship itself. So then all of a sudden you're now on 2 out of 3 steps of the rock, paper, scissors ladder. And then you can work your way towards getting the Umbra ships as well. Right, so we want this 75 here. Now I've just seen one there, so we're going to attack that. So this is the next one up. This is for your Mark 3 parts. You only need 40 of these, I believe. Yeah, you need 40 of these, so 8 of these, maybe 10. I'd say average of 10 times you're going to have to kill this fleet. Join these guys up if you can. Send them straight at them. Get your battleships. Bring them down south. They've got the extra range, they don't need to get too close. As you can see, straight through 118. Now I'm going to put this on auto because I don't want to focus on these too much. I just want to focus on these 2 battleships. They're going to go and do the damage they want to do anyway. They're going to focus on the closest target. As you can see with this 75 fleet, you've now got 2 of these cruisers in there. It's not a problem. You'll take a bit more damage, that's expected. But you get rid of that one, and then your other ones are going to start regenerating again. Focus on the next one. They're doing their own thing. Like I say, you're not really taking much damage to the hull itself. Taking a little bit more. You're still going to be able to get at least 1 or 2 of these marks before you need to go back home and repair. That's a 75 done. Without repping, I'm going to go on to an 81 as soon as I can find one. Sod law, there's never one around when you want one. As you see, everyone's just sat here waiting around. Balls, you beat me to it. Let's see if we can search for one. Nope. Everybody wants these because it's worthwhile. While we're waiting, we'll watch this guy hit. Again, as you can see, using the manticores. If you've got them, use them. If not, then follow the methods that I've shown you. Let's see how much damage he takes on this one. So he started at 91%. Let's get in a little bit closer, as you can see. I think the green's the hull and the red is the ablative armour. And as you can see, they're just melting through. Up on the 81, we've got 3 of these ships. You can see a little pattern emerging here. They're going to start getting a little bit stronger with these as we go along. But look, he's still got 91%. It's basically a free fleet. We're going to lose 1% every 2 to 3 hits. We've got an 81 here. We'll have a go at it. By the time you've moved up to this 81 status, you're probably going to have a couple of these battleships or the cruisers, even better, to start having a go at them with as well. So like I say, we've got 3 of them up there. Same strategy. If you can think of a better strategy, work with it. Go with what you've got. Just do the best you can. Nothing much more to say about these guys. When you've got down to these, just send them straight in at that. Get all 4 of them in there, start doing that damage, and as you start doing your damage, these will start circling around, that's when you start getting them into your arc for your battleships. Start destroying them as soon as you can. Best thing is they don't really focus on your battleships, so you can just pick them off from a distance. Again, we've done that one there. We've not even lost any shields on any of our ships. Close on some, but it's easy. Let's move up now, see if we can do an 85. This is here for your Mark 5 crafting. Mark 5, I think you need 160. I think you need 60 of these. I think it's 120 of the elite ones. Now, the positions changed on these a little bit, as you can see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send these together a little bit before we go out. There's only 4 of this time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get them to focus there and bring these 2 to the side there over here. If you can focus on both sides, could be a good strat. Try and bunch them up a little bit. Taking a lot more damage now because them beams. This is where we're going to start struggling. So what I didn't notice was these 2 beams that do damage here. These guys do the beams, so we need to try and stay a little bit further away from these. But I'm going to keep focusing on these battle cruisers because they are going to do them. I'm not going to die. Took a lot of damage though. So at this point, this is where you want to start focusing on getting a full fleet of these together because they're going to do that extra damage. And if you can get the energy shells on there, you're probably still going to come out on top. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do it hit another 85 and hopefully lose my battle cruiser, my cruisers, because I want to show you how these battleships should still stand up against the Altarian ships that are doing the energy damage. I don't think they've got the regen on them at the moment, but it's always something you can put on them. I'm going to send these guys straight in at that one. See if it's any different if we focus all our fire on one side. See if we end up faring a little bit better. Again, obviously these are ships that I don't really use, so all this is just experiment for you guys so you can see what's the best way to do these fleets so you can get a bit closer to where I'm at and where the rest of the guys are at. I'm going to back off here, I want these guys to die. Once they're dead, we'll come back in and see if we can play. Come on. Yeah, so we'll focus on them. Stop shooting them. It feels strange to be trying to die. God, this guy just he won't end, will he? Come on, dude. Just die. Tell you what, send him down there. Okay, guy out of my arc until I get close. Just so that you can see that he shouldn't do any damage to the shields. There we go. Right, these guys he's going to start shooting at us now. Going to keep him out of range. There you go. Just so you can see how much resistance we've got against these weapons. They're doing nothing. So if you can get 3 or 4 of these, maybe even a 6 of these in a fleet, how long you're lasting compared to your other ships that got at this point are now a little bit squishy. And look at the damage you're going to do. Just going to pop them in half. Easily done. As you can see, started taking damage on the actual hull there. Reason for that is because I think it's basic ship armor. So if we stick that there, click on it. Yeah, so we've got white armor there. If you put yellow in there, you're not going to take any to the hull either, and you're just going to basically sit there laughing whilst he's hitting you. Now they do have the recharge on them, which is spot on. So when you do get hit and your shields go down, if you destroy that ship and stop being hit for a while, they'll start going back up, and that's when you just get to the point where you're just running through them fleets, nice and easy. Not really giving a care in the world to what they're doing to you, as I've shown you here. So when you get up to the higher end, you get more out of a box. So we've got 5, 3, 5 at 4, and we've got 15 at 5 there. Comes to your crafting. We're going to start getting all these together, getting this fleet out there as soon as possible, and get them fleets bulked up. As soon as you've got them, a fleet of them and a fleet of Bastions together, you're going to be doing awesome damage against some Pharmacon fleets. Anyway, I've waffled on for long enough now. Hopefully that's been a bit of assistance to you. Thanks, Baz, for your demonstration, which we weren't expecting. That helped out a lot because obviously that's the only fleet that I wasn't using. So a big shout out to Baz. And the other thing is, guys, Baz has followed my instructions to get to where he is now. Obviously he got them ships for free, but he's been doing that before he got them ships. He was doing that method and getting them ships as well. I was kind of hoping we would see him using some of them battleships. That would have been sweet, but he's got them there if he needs them. But yeah, hopefully that's a good method for you guys to get yourselves onto that rock, paper, scissors ladder without relying on the free ships from Kixeye. Anyway guys, that's it for me. Tap out signing out. Thanks for watching. If you liked, give us a thumbs up. If there's anything you disagree with or anything you think I could have done better, drop it in the messages and let me know, guys. Thanks for watching. Catch you soon.